Hello fellow collectors, Shuki here with a review of the Shinkalion the Animation Shinka Gear. So this is kind of like, if you were to relate it to like a tokusatsu, it would be like the transformation device, except it's not really a transformation device, it's just the kind of controller for the Shinkalion. The drivers go into the cockpit and they put their arm in the thingy, and then it goes on their arm and they control everything through there. It's pretty cool. It's got a lever and the train pass scanner thingy, and then the IC cards go inside. It's pretty neat. I dig it a lot. Of course, this is by Tomi, part of the Shinkalion the Animation series. Nice shot of E5 hanging out up there. Haito down there. Way words. There is stuff on the bottom. Stuff on the back. I included lots of features on this. I will say that this toy actually does quite a bit of stuff. Even more functions up here, and there is E3, not like the Entertainment Expo, but the train, and that is actually just released. It hasn't shipped to me yet, unfortunately, because I really want it. I want to play with you right now so much, but I have to wait to ship other things out. But all the functions right there, and then included up on the top, it does come with IC cards for the E5, E6, and E7. The E7 being a kind of first release bonus special version. The first run of this has that special version of the E7 Shinka IC card in there, and it does special stuff. Yay for specials. So, advertisements for trains up there. We already took a look at those. Super cool. And they are different cards, so we'll take a look at all the cards in this video. So super cool, fun for cars. Anyway, let's get this open and take a look. Alright, so here is the Shinka Gear right here. Got one arm strap, and it's just one of those kind of gauntlet things. My hand does actually kind of fit in here. It's kind of tight though. Obviously meant for the kiddies, but it works. I'm not going to bother trying to put the strap on, but it does work. And this does rotate just for ease of use and stuff. But it doesn't lock in place all that well, so it does wiggle around a little bit. But really cool. I do like the way that it looks. It's a neat looking device. Kind of got the whole Shinkansen sort of looking front right up here. This is actually supposed to be down. We're not transformed yet. Very cool. And of course the lever goes up and down. The Shinca cards go in right here. The pass is included with this, the Shinca Pass. And those just, you take the card and slide it in just like that, and it locks in place. And so your card is now protected in a nice little case. The pins that activate the little buttons in there kind of stick out right there, so all functionality is still there. And in the top slot, you just take the cards normally and just slide them in like that. So pretty cool. It's just supposed to mimic a train card pass that actually exists in Japan. One minor nitpick I have about this toy is the fact that it basically was very plain. You had to put a lot of stickers on it, and I'm not the best with stickers. So you can see like Shinka 1, Shinka 2, this right here, this entire piece right here, that one right there, this blue line, that was paint. This one right here, right there, right there, right there, right there, there. There might have been one more sticker in here somewhere. But yeah, and right there. So lots of stickers that you had to put on this thing. It wasn't terrible. Some of them got a little bit like creased trying to put them on, particularly right there. But again, minor nitpicks. Like, if it kept the cost down. I don't even want to say it kept the cost down. This was released in March 2018 for about 5,500 yen. So it was not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. Shinkalion toys are not cheap. But anyway, go ahead and set that aside real quick. Here's the pass as mentioned before. I believe it works off of a magnet. 1 second. Yeah. It works off of a magnet, so the magnet will pass through right here, and that'll activate some sounds. So yeah, actually, if you have the Kamen Rider Den-O train pass, you can actually use that. I unfortunately don't have one anymore, but if you have it, you can use it to pass over the thingy, so that's pretty cool. And of course, like I said before, it does include Shinka cards for the E5, the E6, and the special one for the E7, designated by the SP right there. So yay! And these all do different sounds compared to the ones that came with the actual trains. Plus, you can see the ones that came with the trains are a clear plastic, while the ones that came with the Shinka Gear are an opaque plastic. So, yay for differences. And we'll take a look at all of those momentarily. So go ahead and turn it on. There is a battle mode, and that is basically a game where it'll signal you to do things, and you have to do them within the proper timing. And we'll take a look at that when we're done. Toward the end of the video, I want to take a look at... There we go. I want to take a look at the actual functions of the toy first. So now we're just kind of chilling in Shinkansen mode. You got the lever here that will activate some train sounds, and that is really about it. If we go ahead and, obviously we'll start with E5. Go ahead and put that in. Just slide it over there. Alright, so it kind of tells you your designation of where you are heading, and then you can raise this up. That's a full brake. That's speed level 1, speed level 2. And now we're ready for the change. Take the pass, slide it right in there. Alright, so now we have transformed the E5 into the Shinkalion mode, and that does open up the front. We take that out, close it back up. When you insert the pass, it does open that up. You get to listen to it again. Just came undone. I love these transformation jingles a lot. I will definitely say that. And so to get to the final attack functions, the Hisatsu functions, you raise up the lever. If you do 2 or 1, doesn't do anything. Hold up to 0. So that'll initiate attack with the Hayabusa's Kaisatsu sword. That nice, kind of cool sword that the toy had that was based off of, like, the ticket readers. So you got that, and that is it for Hayabusa's functions. Just to kind of keep up with the Hayabusa stuff, I'll go ahead, and this is the card that came with the actual E5 toy. So that is all the same, but the attack is different. So this one will do the Grand Cross when it has a giant laser in its chest. So that is pretty cool that they do different things. So I definitely dig that. Now I gotta collect all of these, because that's just how life works. So go ahead and take the card for the E6 Komachi. Pass it. go to Nagoya. Cruising along.
E6 Shinkalionに変形します。Shinkalion E6 Komachi.
Yeah! And the attack. So this one was the Furikiri gun. Remember that. Pop that out. Go ahead and pop that out of the pass. Here is the one that came with the E6 Komachi toy. Pop that in.
E6 Shinkalionに変形します。Shinkalion E6 Komachi.
And that final attack. So that one was the Furikiri Cannon, and that is when it is the guns are in like the long range rifle mode and they attach to the shoulders. That is that attack. So pretty neat. I dig the fact that like the ones that come with the toys are like their actual like final attacks that they use the most, while the ones that came with the actual Shinka Gear are more or less just like their weapons and their weapon attack functions, which is pretty cool. So we'll take a look at the special E7 Kagayaki Shinca card next. If I can get it in the pass. Off to Kyoto. Right, we gotta get going.
E7 Shinkalionに変形します。Shinkalion E7 Kagayaki.
So now we are the E7. And it did have a special like thing when you inserted the pass because it's a special. Yay, specials. So that is the Shattering Drill, the main weapon for the E7 Kagayaki. And it said a word at the beginning. I can't quite make out what word it is, but it did have an additional word. So remember that as we move on to the one that came with the E7 Kagayaki toy.
E7 Shinkalionに変形します。Shinkalion E7 Kagayaki. Sharin Drill.
So that was more or less the same thing, but it didn't have the extra phrasing in it. So that one is actually like the least different, I guess. But remember, it's SP, it's special. Going off of that, there are, of course, the Link Gattai functions. And to do that, you just take any other Shinca card, go ahead and insert it into the top.
E6 Link Gattai します。
So it combines both of their transformation tunes, which is really cool. And now you got an upper blue portion and a bottom red portion on the screen here, which is pretty cool. So it'll do the different attack functions of both of these at the same time. So just to kind of show off that function, if we go ahead and unlink, go ahead and use the E5 card that came with the Shinka Gear. So this one is the one with the Kaisatsu sword.
E5 Link Gattai. Shinkalion E7 Link E5.
And that attack.
Kaisatsu sword. Sharin drill.
So it'll just take whatever attack for the Shinca card that you inserted. And just kind of out of morbid curiosity, let's see if you can link with yourself.
E7 この組み合わせでは合体できません。
I can't. So good for you, Toy. You caught on to my shenanigans. So let's go ahead and flop back to the E6.
E7 リンク合体します。 Shinkalion E6 Link E7. Sharin drill. Fumikiri cannon.
Alright, and for Gattai with E5, we use that card.
E5 リンク合体します。 Shinkalion E6 Link E5. Kaisatsu sword.
Aha!
Fumikiri cannon.
So it didn't know to use the Kaisatsu sword, because if it used the Grand Cross, that'd be totally wrong. Because the Grand Cross is in the upper portion of the E5, so very, very clever. So just out of curiosity on what happens with that, let's go ahead and use this E5 card for the base.
E6 リンク合体します。 Shinkalion E5 Link E6.
Now let's see which attack it does now.
Fumikiri gun. Grand cross.
Alright, Alright, so now that it is in the main upper portion, it does use the Grand Cross as that. And this actually did use the Furikiri gun instead of the cannon, so very cool.
E7 Link Gattai します。Shinkalion E5 Link E7 車輪ドリルグランクロス
So there we go. I think that was pretty much every weapon that we could do in every combination that we could do. I think I might have covered everything, I hope. But at the very least, really, really cool. I do want to take a quick look at the battle function.
レバーを0にしてください。
Alright, I gotta set the lever at 0.
東京地区に謎の巨大怪物体が現れました。現場に急行してください。進化ケースをタッチパネルにタッチしてください。この車両は東京行きです。レバーを2にしてください。出発進行。
Shinpat Shinko indeed.
まもなく目的地に到着します。レバーを3にしてください。超進加速度加速します。シンカリオンにチェンジします。音に合わせて1番スロットに進化ケースをセットしてください。 もう一度チャレンジです。
So I
シンカ
screwed...
リオンにチェンジします。音に合わせて1番スロットに進化ケースをセットしてください。
Am I doing the wrong
もう
card?
一度チャレンジです。シンカリオンにチェンジします。音に合わせて1番スロットに進化ケースをセットしてください。
I don't know what I am doing. Oh, what?
E5 シンカリオンに
Oh, I had to wait for the beeping. Okay.
シンカリオン E5 はやぶさ
Now what?
必殺技を発動します。レバーを0にしてください。
You got it, dude.
画面が赤く光ったらレバーを3にして必殺技を発動します。 改札ソード
I fixed it. I did it too early.
目標を撃退しました。任務完了です。
Yeah, I did it. Yay. So it's a silly little game mode for kids. I don't think I'm ever going to do that again in my life. So there is that, and I think that is all the functions of this thing. So bravo, guys. You made a really cool toy. So that about does it for the Shinka Gear. Tons of functionality in this, and the more Shinca cards that you collect, the more sounds that we're eventually going to have in this thing, as more DXS releases come with the Shinca cards. We're going to get even more sounds for each of those new trains, and who knows if there'll be Shinca Cards and magazines and DVDs and all that fun stuff and other toys. I know the Shashat toy comes with special IC cards, and I'm going to have to take a look at those and keep calling them IC cards. They're technically Shinca Cards, and I apologize for that. But anyway, I really do like this toy. I think it's super fun. It kind of mashes the whole train aspect of the series into like a wrist gauntlet sort of changer, and I could totally see this actually being in like a tokusatsu show or something like that. So I totally dig it. Very, very cool. Like I said, with just these 6 cards, there was a ton of different mix and match opportunities with the Link Gattai and the different ones I could put in for the different sounds, and it was just really, really fun, and I do like this a lot. Once again, if you are interested in Shinkalion at all, head on over to Nya, type in Shinkalion, download the subs from Weeaboo Shogun. They're super cool and really neat, and he's a good guy. And again, also huge thanks to my good buddy Train Fans for hooking me up with all the knowledge and stuff like that. I do appreciate it. Otherwise, I'd be very, very lost. Thank you guys. I love you both. But that about does it for this review. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Go buy this. It's really cool. But as always, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great one. Bye. I'd like to thank Joey, Mr. Mike, Joshua, and all my fans who support me on Patreon.